My internet stuttered right as I was starting the stream. What the heck is going on? Oh my gosh, my YouTube is blowing up. Craziness. This is the thing, yeah, I like rarely drink chocolate milk because it is just kind of sugar. Just sugar milk, that's that's all it is. Cool. I'm gonna disappear for a second and set some stuff up. Yo, what's up, MCC Gaming? Sorry, I'm back. How long ago did you send that message? I feel bad now. Oh, 1 minute ago. Okay, huge. Pretty good. I was outside my room and like I was walking back in. I was like, oh shoot, I need to stream today. But like the stream's already on. Like I was already here. When I was a kid, I used to think chocolate cows exist. They do. What are you talking about? No. That's kind of what I was getting at with the chocolate cows. I'm pretty sure my dad did that joke on me once. I would not be surprised. Oh, why am I so tired? I can tell you why. Even though I got, oh my goodness, this longest yawn ever. Ooh. Even though I got sleep last night, my light was on the entire night. There's a lot of heights. So yeah, I probably just didn't sleep that much. And I've been having a lot of weird dreams recently. I'm like, I'm not sure if you guys have this, but whenever I dream, every dream has a vibe to it, like a feeling. And I will instantly know if, like, once I catch that feeling, if it is a nightmare or if it's like a scary dream, a good dream. Like every dream has a vibe to it. I don't know how to describe it, but like ever since I was a kid, I could like catch on to the vibe of the dream of like what kind of dream it's going to end up being. And like I could wake myself up in some instances of like it being a scary dream. Anyways, and these have like the scary vibe to it, but nothing scary happens. And like I think the past 2 weeks I've had this kind of dream 3 times. I don't dream that much during the semester. Anyways, it's like I'm in a giant building, like a hotel, like a very, well, I hate using the word liminal, but a very liminal big hotel. And I'm always like looking for something or trying to get out, or both. The first one I had, I was like on floor like 50 something. Like the number of floors was crazy. I think I was either looking like for like a bathroom or like a room or something. And like the you could see outside, but the light is always like so bright that you can't really see outside. It's just bright. Yeah, I know. Or like sometimes there's just planes. And then a couple nights ago, I had one where like I was breaking into one of these hotels, and me and my friends got caught. So we went to the roof and we somehow like jumped off and like landed and like went our separate ways. And then one of my old coworkers from my job picked me up. That was another dream. And then last night there's like a girl who played a banjo, and like apparently it was a ghost of this hotel, and me and my roommate were looking for her. And then we found her while going down the elevator, so we jumped through the glass in the elevator to like where she was standing, and then she like disappeared. So yeah, this hotel place has been haunting my dreams. I don't know what's up. Practicing your figures and they look so good. Great to hear. Did you make any changes to your practice or anything like that? I just realized I need to start picking up music. Oh no. I know, right? Like it's just intuitive now. You're like, oh well, I know I can start with a sphere. Yeah, I want to draw some Pokemon. That's a fun little thing. Anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It is currently 7:30 p.m. CST. Little Cats playlist. Is this AI generated? I feel like it is. Yeah, I hope you're all doing well. One thing I've noticed with a lot of AI generated music compilations on YouTube is their descriptions are AI generated too, and they're usually like poems or something. Use the sphere. Oh, huge. And so long as you understand the sphere, you'll do wonders with it. That's good to hear though. Oh, you gotta go? Okay, see ya. Have a good one. Wait a second. Is this cat AI generated? That house is. Is it? Anyways, I know this YouTube account is just AI generated, so I don't like usually listen to them, but same thing with this one. Trying to see, but yeah, today's plan is to finish up. I think we had like a couple additive forms, like the neck tuft on the wild dog, and that's about it. And then we're gonna just put pen to paper today. Very excited. I feel like I'm rushing, but rushing doesn't necessarily happen in the planning stage like this for me, right? It can. Yeah, planning doesn't usually happen in the planning stage. It's the execution. That's where I rush a lot. So we'll worry about that. We'll listen to some Talos Principle. Or Konnichiwa Isura. I can't say it right, but whatever. Me and pronunciations. Yep, we'll listen to some Talos Principle for now. We'll set our main timer. Minute warm up. You guys know the drill. And we'll get to it. Oh my gosh, I'm EP. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna take a big sip of water too. Now I gotta admit, Kat, you have somewhat inspired me to get some chocolate milk. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Actually, no, I already spent money this week. I spent $2 on tea. So we're not going to spend any more money this week on treats and such. Here we go. Got chat up. I always forget to like set everything up because I'm a bad YouTuber and streamer. I know this doesn't really mean anything to you guys, and it shouldn't. I'm still debating if I put my face on the channel or not, especially the lesson 3 video coming up, because I'm kind of inspired by Miandi. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I apologize. And I also looked through some of his videos. I do like his style. Was it called like the Bokeh or something? I'm like, the camera he uses is a bit weird, like the macro lens he uses. I digress. I like his style, just I'm not sure if I want to put myself in my videos, because like this channel ain't about me, even though it is like very much about me, my journey, but you know, I feel like just putting my face out there is also scary. I mean, it's not like I get billions of viewers and I'd be recognized in the streets. It's not like I have anything to be like, what's the word? I guess embarrassed of on this channel, right? Like if my friends saw us on YouTube, I wouldn't be embarrassed. Andy is super crashed. I followed his old sketchbook art on the Art World server. Oh, huge. Right, he's a big member of that. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do it for the next video or not. It would be fun. Just not sure if it's for me. I'm gonna adjust my posture. I think that's a part of it. Also, I can't wait. I'm not gonna buy one this winter. I want to buy a sketchbook a lot like his, white with white paper. 350th. I wish it was 350th. What's going on, Delano? It is a nice, pretty number. How's it going? Ah, I'm rushing. That's good to hear. Like you said a couple weeks ago, or maybe days ago, you're outside. You're out of the, you know, trough of art perception. That's very good. Running out of assignments. Same here, Delano. Same here. It's that 9-hour school day, you know? In fact, that's pretty much a lie. It's... How many hours are my school days? I wake up at 7, I go to the gym for an hour, I eat lunch for an hour, I stream for practically 2 hours, I eat dinner for an hour. So that's what, 5 hours out of my day? And then the rest is just either traveling between classes, which is at most an hour out of my day. Then I sleep for 7 hours a night, or I try to. So that leaves about 10 hours left in the day. Or it's just school. Yeah. Grody. Because remember, guys, you're not learning anything if you're not absolutely hating every second of the that's false, by the way. That's a joke. Learning can be done without hating every single step of the way. And if you're hating it, it's probably an indication that something's gone wrong. I've filled up my, or I finished my lesson 5, still waiting for critique. I've been waiting for fun, and it feels good. Or drawing for fun. Yep. Yeah, I've been meaning to ask about the lesson 5 critique, but it seems it has not come through yet. This needs to be like right here. Means this can be super off. So what can we do to correct that? If we know this one needs to stay the same, we can move it out here. I'll retain some of it, just it may be. You want these to be almost parallel or move out that way. That just moves it closer in, so it means we have this, and probably right here is the best we can do without it making it look terrible. There you go, I'm feeling a bit more. Finish my I just reread the same chat message. Cool. I saw the number 5 in there. I was like, did I read it 5? I guess that's how my brain works when it comes to chat. I'll just like see if a word hasn't already appeared, or like I haven't previously said or talked about. Yeah. That's been working. Lesson 5. No, that was not in the center at all. I feel like my line work's been a bit shabby for the past couple days. I've been sliced. Why? That was terrible. And I finished experimentation for my computer. Oh, huge. I didn't even know you had a computer science project going on. I have 3 going on. One of my experiments was to get people type on their phones different positions, had to check if it had an effect on word per minute. Oh, interesting. So like actual... Sorry, when you said experiments, I was like curious as to like file transfer rates over different implementations of... Yeah, no, that's very cool. Like user studies. Oh man, I'm getting ink on my hands already. It ghost a lot more. Umbreon. Is it the fire one? I don't know them. I feel like Ember, that's kind of what goes to mind. Yikes. Yikes. Oof. Smearing ink everywhere. Cats have had a recent tirade. Nah, I'm kidding. Art's fun always. Yeah, no. But Cat's been bringing up really fun questions of like what's better, or not even questions. Cat runs in here and is like, pickles are bad, and then we had a little debate over it. But hey, I think we came to the conclusion that many people enjoy pickles. Made that back part way too narrow. I really am unhappy with this sausage form cheese. Yikes. That was just, I'm done. I'm done. That was goofiness and silliness. Oh, jeez. Whatever. I think my mind is just racing. Speaking of, I'm going to turn my phone off and throw it across my room. Just absolutely launch it. Wow, my music, wait, what? My music from the gym this morning, so almost 12 hours ago, is still on. Or not on, but like the app was still open on that same song. Huh. Hey, what's up, Dazzling? Perfect timing. Good stuff. Cool. So we're gonna move on to starting our construction for the doggy. The African wolf dog, or African wild dog. Wrong W word. Me and my words that start with the same letter. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why I've been so tired of her. I oh my goodness. I opened my PureF and it was just this. It was like a jump scare. Yeah, I don't know why I've been so tired as of recent. I mean, yeah, sure, for the past 2 weeks I've not been getting any sleep, but I've been getting sleep this week. Yeah, but oh, so tired. Especially when stream times comes around. Yeah, I was feeling burnout, but with school, and it was extreme. Pencil lines. Yeah, it's gonna take me a bit once I get home from. Get out of here. It's gonna take me a bit from when I get home to recover from burnout. And I've talked about it on stream before. I've had burnout quite a few times. This is probably like maybe the second or the third worst instance of me getting burnout. And other times all the other times I've gotten burned out in my life, I've started recognizing common symptoms, whether it be, I think I talked about it last stream, but I lose my sense of taste, I lose my sense of smell, I get headaches a lot more often, I find it harder to communicate and talk with people, I stutter more, whatever else it may be, blah, 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 right? And so now that I know the symptoms and I can recognize when burnout is coming and when burnout is there much easier, even though it's pretty easy to tell. But I've never been good at recovering from burnout because I just like hopping to other projects. So my goal this winter break is to push myself to try. Yeah, no one can do anything to still themselves but nothing. But yeah, to like try to find a better way of recovering from burnout and hopefully preventing it, but I don't think that's a guarantee. Yep. Anyways, let us get into our doggy construction. We only have a tiny bit more left. I'm not too concerned. Man, we got people here tonight. What's up, everybody? Raw pickles, I can agree with you, but with a dish or sandwich, exactly, exactly. It complements the saltiness of chips or like, I don't know, just sandwiches so well. It's awesome. Get our timer going. Main timer, 1 hour. Do it. Boom. There's this one middle bar underneath my desk and like my legs would be so happy because like I like putting my legs like almost quite literally touching the top of the bottom of the desk. But this bar just ruins that for me. It ruins the experience. And there's like a little ledge where you could put your feet, but it's way too high. It's I'm being anal anyways. Yeah, let's do the ears and then the tuft here and the fur here. And we talked about this last stream, how we're gonna sit over larger degree right here and smaller degree right here because it's coming like this, you know, it's wrapping towards us. From like here, 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 here. Oh, sorry, this line's gonna be increasing. Yeah, it's gradually coming more towards us, so that's the goal. So yeah, let's do some silly, goofy little ears. What is this? No, yeah, that was... Bro, why you so ears? Sorry. Hey, what's up, understanding? Hope all is going well. I'm doing okay. I'm weirdly tired. I don't know why. We haven't had the opportunity to have longer streams, but if I was going to do a longer stream tonight, I wouldn't, because I'm tired. Let's see. I feel like this... I mean, these like dual curve lines only do so much. So, soy sauce with the pickle? Soy sauce? What? I do not know what soy sauce is. Soy, maybe? And then this, the footprint over here is a bit difficult. You can actually see more of the head right here, so we could increase the neck form to do that. Soya? I've never heard of these. One of those nights I'm feeling pretty tired too. Maybe it's a universal thing. Who knows? And we'll do a little bit of light green. Lighter green. Oh, look at those big old ears. I'm gonna do two lines. One like this, because like here's the pinnacle. It's still round. We're gonna go out like here. And like this. New guys in the chat, I've got a debate. What's better, strawberry milk or chocolate milk? I do have to like, I'm biased, right? Because I've only had strawberry milk like once. And so I don't have a good opinion. But the time I did have it, I didn't like it that much. It looks like we have a chocolate chat. We have to get Dazzling's take in here, and I'll vote for Rise, and I think Rise is a chocolate milk kind of guy. Look at those big ears. These are gonna ruin my proportions. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This is gonna be really hard for me to believe in the proportion stuff. I'm gonna second guess myself so much right here. We also do have this kind of... Yeah. Kat, you should just ask me what my opinion is on these things, and then you'll be right. Yeah, I think chocolate is just more popular. I'd say like maybe some places just don't have or like strawberry. Meanwhile, everyone has chocolate. And strawberry milk doesn't even taste like strawberries. I'm gonna say it, guys. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna be brave here. I'm gonna say, what the heck is going on there? Ears and face tuft. I don't know what do you call this fur right here? Just tufts of cheek fur. Cheeks. Let's do cheeks. Ears and cheek. We're like, you got unique taste and we got ours. True. You hear that, Cat? Delano's calling you unique. We should have probably drawn through our forms right here. Wow, that's a pretty good first shot, and so I'm gonna keep that. Boom. That was boom. Yeah, it's not like either is bad. Ear extension. Should we give the doggy like the Zorro earrings? They would be more like down here. Wait, Zorro has them like the lobe. Is it the equivalent of like the lobe for a dog? That's weird though, right? That doesn't look good. Anyways, I love Zorro's earrings. They're very cool. Don't the 3 dots on the ear in Japanese culture mean good luck or something? I only know that from like Dio. Yeah. Why you so ears? So we're gonna do the saddle, as I like to call it. We'll go for a pink. I like some pink. Zorro like a Manchurian candidate. We have summoned a cat. That's the spell dazzling. Write that one down. If you ever need to summon cat, just say Zoro 3 times. And if you really need to summon cat and they're not showing up, say Zoro sucks 3 times and cat will appear to smite you. I feel like this should probably be higher, or maybe even sit down like this and then do that. I'm not sure. 2 hours of talking in one fight scene. Yep. Yep. And one fight scene and it's like 2 PNGs moving around. Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about One Piece. I mean, still, that's the same for One Piece. But Overlord, dang, that's unfortunate. My roommate was actually talking about Overlord last night because we were talking about what anime I should watch next. He was like, "Oh yeah, Overlord, I like," and I was like, "Okay." But instead we settled on Saikike, which is like the most dumb anime I think I've ever watched other than Nichijou, which is a good thing. I love it. It's so silly. Oh, that's so sad to hear. See, that's too low. There is a movie I really want to watch that just released in American theaters. I think it's called Anzu, the something cat, or it's like a silly little. I mean, most anime movies I've seen are silly little somethings. Well, I'm sad to hear the movie is bad. Started reading the LN. I don't know what that means. But once I heard the author hated writing it, I stopped reading it. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that they... I guess maybe it's like a contractual obligation. That's unfortunate to hear. I do know there's many instances in manga of authors just really wanting to be done with the project. Ah, light novel, gotcha. Yeah, I should make it known here first. I'm not that avid of a manga reader or anime watcher, especially during the school year. I'm not sure how I should do this for him. It's going to sit on the side of the neck, so we do have this. So I think it should go like right here and then up. Just that don't feel right. I think we should kind of straddle it and then go over like this. So we're over, and then we're up, over here, and we're above, and then we go out, and like this. It looks like hair. That's a bit weird. Should we do it like smaller maybe? Like go like this. I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't want to spend all that time reading and be disappointed in the end. Dang. An unfortunate truth. I have not... Oh my god. The number one things people are telling me to watch right now is Attack on Titan and, even though not an anime, Arcane. And I get it. They're both peak. They're both wonderful and great. I just have not partaken, you know? I really should do that. I know I should. You know what? This winter break, I may jump into it. If we hit 4 billion subscribers, I'll watch Arcane over this winter. I'm kidding. I'll watch it. Best anime ever, don't add me. Whoa! I know some people who agree with that. I don't think it's a crazy take. My favorite... Okay, this is a crazy take. I haven't watched a ton of anime. Oh wait, no, because I really love Finland. That's the thing, I really like one of my top 10 or 5. It'll stream it on the channel while trying to get... That would be cool and a great way to get banned. But yeah, what is it? Oh my gosh, I completely lost my train of thought because I'm a TikTok brain. Whatever, I guess it wasn't meant to be. What color should I use right here? I guess orange. I didn't really want to use orange. It's hard to see, but we'll use orange. This is just a very crowded region because we have the legs, we have the tail. It's rough. what was I talking about? I was mentioning that I would watch Arcane over this winter break. Oh, wait, we should probably draw on the center of it to do a true organic form type beat. I do have a plan for this winter, and it may not make a lot of... Actually, I'm probably not going to do it on stream, but I found a textbook that I'm buying that it's called Viewpoints. And I've already read a tiny bit of it because I found some free pages online from a university. But it is a textbook covering the... how do I say this? Like the math behind perspective. So perspective, we have those tips and tricks of like, you know, you can subdivide a box, and perspective, you can blah, 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 but like the why behind it, the real analysis, you know, stuff like that, the more crazy technical math that I personally enjoy quite a bit, frankly. Especially like when I got into vector calculus and stuff, I started having a real appreciation for the kind of minds that go into that field. Minds, not minds, even though it does feel like a minefield when you're trying to do whatever. I mean, the only thing that kind of sucked for me in multivariable calculus was, what was it, like subtracting volumes and stuff. That was kind of sucky, but that's the thing, you don't need to do that in real analysis unless you're like weird. But anyways, you don't have to do it for perspective. And so learning the math behind it, I just find it interesting, and I'll see if it helps me in my understanding of the subject. And then I've also been looking into getting the book Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. It's less constructional from what I've seen, which isn't really a bad thing. Just, you know, definitely different from what I was brought up on, which is drawbox construction and stuff. Yeah, if you have the free time. And so I was looking through the book. There's a lot of practice problems, which I like half the book is just practice problems. I didn't see much proof until like chapter 6. There was still like easier, like literally the first set of questions was like, what is the set of vertices for blah blah blah. So it was easy counting at that point. So we'll see. It's gonna be very interesting. I want to erase this tail. I don't like this tail. It's only been 15 minutes. I don't know. I'm feeling it. It does feel 3D, but I'm not feeling it. Alrighty, have a good one, Cat. Stay well and keep doing those Pokemon. Hope to see your lesson 5 critique soon. Guess we can maybe do like a darker purple here. Yeah, I kind of feel that. Feel that, not feel that. I don't feel that. What the frick? I don't typically like talking about school, but I'm going to rant about this. Actually, well, I love talking about it, but I know you guys don't. My TAs for a class have been kind of fed up with both my professor and just the class. I know this line should be going through the center, but I'm lazy. And so they had just like, we had a programming assignment, which usually requires a report, but they said, hey, instead of the programming assignment, we're just going to have a quiz over the assignment. So we're not going to grade, like you can code it as much as you want, but we're just going to have a quiz over what you coded to make sure you understand what you're actually coding, which we're like, okay, whatever. And they said, also, it's open book, take it any time during the day, or you can take it at lab and we can help you understand the material. So I took it at lab to be safe, and apparently if you didn't do that, you were screwed because the instructions were so poorly made. It was so ridiculous. Yeah, this tail's a bit more straight than I'd want, but there we go. And we'll do slightly brighter pink. We'll have this line definitely follow the curve of the butte right there. Whee! You guys think we're gonna finish lesson 5 by New Year's? I don't. I did the math the other day. Been around 70 to 60 streams of lesson 5. Am I okay with that? Yeah, personally, I don't care. I've been having tons of fun, and I think we're having great results, and I've seen so much progress in my like first 4 constructions, or my most recent 4 constructions. I feel like I've seen a lot of growth. So I'll take it, but it's just it's a sobering thought, right? Cool. Okay, so here's our construction. I'm feeling good about it. It's a bit complex. The parts I feel most shaky about is these additive forms. I actually feel pretty good about the face and mouth. It's just gonna be a bit technical getting all these shapes to agree. The ears are gonna be weird. Weirds. Yeah. But yeah. It's gonna get crowded over here. Tail's definitely gonna be the last thing we draw. Hopefully we won't forget it like that one time with the bugs. Yeah, so let's get to it. We're gonna lock our canvas. You guys know the rules. Yeah, for sure. Never, if your TAs ever offer help, I need to move this because it's just gonna distract me so much. If your TAs ever offer help, please take it, because they, unlike the professors, the TAs usually want you to succeed. Thank you. Now we just got to put it on page. The hardest part, and the part where I usually do like 80 redos. Oh, Kavel's doing redos? Yeah. So we'll pop over here. I'm gonna take a big sip of water, do a bit of a brain break, and then we'll get into it. So be right back. I am so tempted to stay up tonight late and work on schoolwork, but we're not going to do that. Oh, geez, I have a really big quiz on Thursday, though. And Thursday's after Wednesday, and Wednesday is tomorrow, which means the quiz is really tomorrow. Welcome to how Kavel's brain works. Actually, we're going to do one of our rough sketch things, just to try to get the idea of the forms down, relationships. If you'll notice, I'm not really breaking... Oh yeah, here, let me pull up the reference for you guys. If you'll notice, I'm not really pulling up... oh my gosh, there it is. Boom. Rah, rah, rah. I'm not... Wow. Sorry about that. I'm not breaking it down into like head length and stuff. I'm trying to do that kind of implicitly now, and let my intuition figure out how we ought to draw the doggy. Yeah. This is a little off topic, but how do you study? Do you typically start studying a bit sooner rather than later? For school or for art? I think you mean school. And it's a mixed bag. It really depends on the class. Obviously, you know, everyone will say, study as early as possible. I am a fan of spaced repetition. So for classes that are very... You sound like a smart dude, so I'm assuming you're studious. I'm studious, but it's because I'm not smart. I'm very slow. I'm a very slow learner. Extremely slow. It takes me forever to understand concepts, and I've learned throughout my life that if I want to succeed in school, I have to read everything in the textbook. I have to do every practice problem. I have to do all that. So my rule is I usually try to start like really studying for an exam at least a week beforehand. So in the first 2 or 3 days, I want to make sure I have all my flashcards. Here, so how I study is after every week or so, I make a set of flashcards for a class. You can use Quizlet, you can use Know It, Knowt, or you can use physical flashcards. I have a whole pack of them up here, right? And I do spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is a wonderful way to beat the forgetting curve to make sure you really remember things like vocab. So every you'll have a set of cards that you review every 1 day. And if you get it correct, you put it into a set of cards that you review every 2 days, and then 3 days, and then 5 days, 7, however, whatever system you like. Yeah, true. I actually really like that dilemma. Thank you. But yeah, so that helps me reinforce vocabulary. But at the end of the day, you really understand something if you can put it into practice and teach others. So after I kind of have the vocab down, and it's only a few classes I need to do that, like let's say for linear algebra, it's very important to know theorems and postulates, or like proofs, but or like especially for like commutative property for scalar matrix multiplication compared to matrix multiplication does not have the commutative property, because you know the order matters when you multiply matrices. That's vocab, but actually doing it is more than half the battle. So I have my flashcards, and then I grind out the practice problems from then until the exam. And what that looks like is my old habit, which I wouldn't recommend, is I would study for 50 minutes at a time and then give myself 10-minute breaks. That's really rough. Not for everybody. But I would collect practice problems from the book. I would redo previous homeworks, and if my professor gives a practice exam, I'll do that. I go through every single slide and make sure if there's a practice problem on those slides, I know it. And if there's a concept on the slides I haven't heard before, I make sure I know it. And then, yeah, I mean, that's about basically, like, as long as you can do the problems and you understand the proofs behind them, you're pretty dang set. I learned that in discrete math, and the textbook is king, because every professor is not an educational professional, which means they just use the textbook and read it out to you and explain it to you in a bit of a better way. So if you can like really understand that textbook and grasp it for all that it is, I've recognized that helps you be successful in college and get a better understanding. Now, once again, is that how you actually learn? Like Delano said, no, that's practices, but flashcard memorization, I would not say is the bulk of all of it. So let's see, our torso on our doggy. Sorry if that was a bit disjoint. My brain's always bad at explaining things. I've never been concise. That is a fact of myself. So the body's about 1.5 head lengths tall for just the rib cage. And then torso wise is also 1.5. Thanks, all the tips, man. I guess my biggest deal is actually sitting down and starting. I always procrastinate. Yeah, and the solution to that isn't forcing yourself to learn. It's building up a routine that reinforces habits. So, a lot of people think getting better at anything is a matter of willpower, and part of it is, right? At the end of the day, you do have to want to study to end up studying, but it isn't willing yourself to study. That's not where the success lies. So how do you make routines that reinforce habits? For me, my desk is completely empty. Like, it does not have anything on it but a timer, my water, and my computer screen. Now it's easy to open up YouTube or whatever. So I make it so I can't open Discord through the taskbar. I have to open Discord like actually by typing it in and stuff. When I was earlier in studying and I have had a lot of issues for it, I would set timers or get my friend to remind me to study. I can't remember a lot of the techniques I used to use because I used to have really big issues studying, but now it's become such a habit that I don't think about it anymore. Pomodoro really helped me out because I felt like I could really lean into it. It made a lot of sense. It was intuitive to me. I feel like this is just too egg-shaped. Too egg-shaped indeed. If we're gonna draw our doggy like this. This is weird because it's 1.5 on both ends, so it's gonna be square, but we're gonna be so. I do want to make my biggest video that I ever want to make is on habits. Just I don't have enough research or testimony for it. So this is somewhat square. True, true. Yeah, so you can't have an ellipse that doesn't, I'm not totally feeling this. It's weird because I know it's just not, so head length, 1.5. Head length. Okay, it still doesn't feel like 2 heads though. We can do it as that, that's just awful large. And remember, the habits are slow, and that's the part that kind of sucks, is that you know, a habit isn't built by doing it well for a week. And so that's also the other part of it, is habits start small. Right? It isn't like going super hard, I want to climb this mountain, and I understand that I have to make a habit of climbing mountains. No, you usually have to start with a habit of climbing hills. And then once you achieve that, then you can start worrying about habits in mountains. I like this degree more. This is maybe about 70 degree ellipse. Let's see, we have our head. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow, it's almost perfectly 4 heads lengths from the torso. So, and we know this is about 2, so this is gonna be 1, 2. So it's about 2 torsos. And a little bit back, I'd say personally. That's where we know to find the waist. And then we know that this is pretty flat. We're going to have a mass on top, but everything together, it's about that. In the actual waist, it's gonna be about a head's length as well. Which we know to be about like this. So there we go. Something like this. We know that's the very edge. And if it's a head's length, that means we know we just split this into quarters basically, which is really nice. Seems a bit too small, but we do get that. Yeah, I'd be okay with this actually being slightly larger than the head's length, because our stomach, I don't want to make it too small. But we do have that leg in front, kind of. Like this, and then we have our part of the sausage form. We know that the center line is going to go yeah, a lot of my study habits have been born. Habits start small. If you don't do 5 minutes every day, you're already in the right track. Yeah. There's a book that everyone talks about in the self-help sphere, which, I mean, it's a good book, so yeah, just don't get stuck in the rabbit hole that is the self-help guru part of YouTube. Atomic Habits is where I get most of my philosophy from, and it works. Like, the idea of improving yourself at least just 1% a day is powerful. And, you know, creating those actions that reinforce behaviors is the basis. I mean, it's Pavlovian, right? Pavlovian. I'm happy with the structure. And let's see. So if our head's height, same thing as head's width. The head starts like right here. And there is a very weird gap between the head and the torso. I'd say it is about a quarter of a head's length. I also think my biggest problem, I try to start way too big. For example, I started 3 huge habits all at once: reading, more drawing, playing piano, and less social media. That's a lot, yeah. People often want radical change, and I don't blame them. I want it. Yeah, starting small is very important. And I'd say even before all that, one thing that people often neglect is just getting your, I don't mean this in a mean way to anybody, but like just stabilizing your life first, right? It's really easy to want to jump into all these habits and do all these super awesome and fun things. But first we gotta like actually breathe and be like, okay, am I getting enough sleep every night? Am I eating well? Am I getting enough exercise? And then make habits to reinforce those things. I feel like we're gonna say habit 100 times this stream. Make habits to reinforce those smaller things that are a part of our daily lives. Because guess what? When you exercise every day, when you drink enough water, when you eat the right foods, when you balance social life and work life, it becomes infinitely more easy to build other habits. So starting small is the key. Think about it like, this is a very popular Taoist story, but think of it as a farmer. If a farmer tries to plant seeds, you can't do anything to make them grow faster, other than just let it get water, let it get light. Overwatering it will drown it, underwatering it, well, I mean, who would underwater something to make it grow faster, right? If you try to tug on the plants, you'll just uproot it and bother the actual soil and roots. So don't tug on it to try to make it go faster. Don't plant too many things in one close patch because there will be no nutrients. You just kind of have to let it sit there and grow naturally. So it is very much a game of patience. That just sucks. Okay, so those big old ears. What is the overall height of our friend? Let's see. So from ear to toe. That's a good question. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little over 5 heads tall. So there's a big misconception of how reward systems should work in habits. And it's not necessarily that the reward should come after the good action or good behavior, it's during. It has to be immediate and sensible. This is a huge part of user experience, user design, where if you click a button, you don't want the response 5 days later in your mail. So let's say cleaning your dishes is a habit that you want to reinforce, then put on music. That's enjoyable. It makes the act of cleaning dishes enjoyable, not the act after. Right? Because like, let's say your reward for doing something is scrolling through social media. Well, you can do that at any time during the day. And plus scrolling through, so like doom scrolling is gross. So instead of letting it be a reward, make the process enjoyable in the first place. I used to have this philosophy where like I would study super hard, and I would only listen to brown noise, and I wouldn't listen to anything I enjoyed, and then I would let myself listen to something that I enjoyed for 10 minutes. But no, what the heck? Make studying itself enjoyable. 30 minutes a day of reading, about an hour drawing, about 30 minutes for piano, so it's pretty all lengthy. Oof, it's a lot of effort. How long have you been doing these habits? Mind me asking. About 5 by 5. So yeah, we're looking pretty square. And so yeah, it means our torso is pretty much in the center of the page. a little bit above center. I just don't want to squish too much of the height. And if we know our torso is 1.5 heads lengths, or heads heights, whatever you're gonna call it. I mean, it's a diameter. Leave me alone. Who you calling square? Who you calling blockhead? Blockhead. So yeah, if the torso is 1.5 and we know it's 5, that leaves us with 3.5 remaining. Which doesn't really help us. That just knows. So let's see how far off the ground, I guess. School, so 2 months. Wow. Well, congrats to you for keeping them going that long. If you ever feel like it's too much, though, it's not a sin to let up on one. I think those are all very healthy things and good things. Just don't let them control your life. But I say keep going for it. If you feel good, like if you deep down feel like these are constructive and they've made you a happier person overall, despite the, like there's always tough days, then keep going for it. I think that's a wonderful thing. So we're about 2 heads up off the ground, which is good. But I haven't been consistent with them throughout the, I guess I started the habit of drawing. I wouldn't strain it, right? So, like, I read every night, or I try to read every night before I go to bed, but if it doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. And that isn't to say, like, be lenient with your tasks, but I know if I forced myself to read before I went to bed, I would not enjoy it. I only pick up the book when I actually feel like it. And that's, it's a habit per se, because I will automatically pick up the book, but, if I don't want to. Yeah, I wouldn't say like obsess over it too much understanding. I'd say if you truly feel that like something is just taking up too much of your time and you'd benefit from doing one more than the other, then it's okay to take a break or, attain it later. It's not like there's a time limit to any of these things. There's no tournament that you have to run tomorrow for drawing or for piano, for reading. They're all wonderful things. Just don't let them consume you. 4, 5, it's a bit much. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I think if we go about this size, we'll probably be able to fit a torso in here. Actually, a little bit lower than this for a head's length. That's what, about an inch? Yeah, a little bit less than an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. And torso is practically horizontally in the middle of the page. And since it's a square, we have a lot of freedom where things lie horizontally. So I'll start with the torso in the center of the page. It's about 70-degree ellipse and slightly above the horizontal. And we want it to be about 1.5 inches tall. Of course. Yeah, I highly recommend Atomic Habits is a really good book. It is a lot of those like Sigma male, how to gain 4,000 pounds of muscle in a week. Those don't actually exist, but there is some toxic ideology behind the idea of habit building. So please be careful and know that you are not the sum of your habits or what you accomplish. You are a person that is worth much, much more than the habits and skills, earning skills, but the hobbies that you attain, right? It is healthier to say, I like art, than I am an artist, in some respects. Okay. I think this was just a bit too small. Actually, no, that's pretty dang good. I'm just hating the line quality right now. And then we know 1 head over. So if this is 2 heads lengths, right? We have this, and then we have another, and this is where the waist will land. We did say we wanted to be a bit larger than ahead, so I think this would be fine. And it's going to be coming towards us, so it doesn't necessarily have to be completely spherical. You could have a major axis. Oh yeah, sometime in high school and use the tips a little bit, but ultimately stopped. Wish I hadn't. Definitely going to have to reread it at some point. Sure. Another book that I read a year ago. Yeah. It's Feel Good Productivity. I don't agree with all the core tenets of the book, but it's still a really good one. Just remember, the point of this is to do these things because you love them. It's about making more time for you, not your work or output. And make sure you're not attributing the notion of doom scrolling to like you're a horrible person or you should be studying. No. I mean, doom scrolling, yeah, it could be maybe replaced with something else, but it's usually a sign that just you're out of energy. You're putting too much on your plate. And it's just addicting. I mean, yeah, but... I mean, last summer I completely uninstalled YouTube from my phone to get rid of YouTube Shorts, and that was like the last form of short form media that I have. This is really small. I should have made this a lot larger. I'm gonna change up my music as well. Because we know that we need 2 heads for the pause. So this and a bit more practically. Yep. And plus, like, also Instagram just made me sad. Like, every time I opened Instagram, it was someone getting hurt or like just some really depressing stuff. I was like, I don't want to watch this. Yeah, I feel like this could have been slightly larger. I'm happy with this though, it looks great. I feel like the proportions on this were just much more doable, but... So yeah, we want to be in the middle, a bit above it with a 70-degree ellipse. Let's go a bit larger this time. Well, I think that was 2 in the middle of the page. If this is 1 head's length, yeah, dang it, okay. Yeah, we need to be a lot more above that horizon. Still pretty good. I'm actually happy with the line work there, but let's be better about that. Yoink. Yeah, just make sure you're still in contact with them. Don't want to lose friends over it. Then you'll be overworked and lonely, and that's not a fun combination. I feel like that was a good position ellipse, but I think that was like practically the size of the previous one. Oh my gosh, I'm about to... Oof. Need drinking water. Oh. You mentioned that you were previously in high school and about studying, so I'm gonna assume you're in college. But don't worry about it too much right now. We're on our way to finals and stuff, right? So it's a bit of a hectic time. We're all filled with anxious thoughts and life's going way too fast. So it's good to make those decisions over the break and spend the break just reevaluating some things while you're free, hopefully, and just consider, you know, what emphasis you place on certain things in your life. For me, I originally started working out. That was like my first ever big habit. I was working out for the complete wrong reason, and so kind of reevaluating how I was treating my body, how I was treating myself. You know, I can't remember the name for it, but I was definitely like under or overeating for the sake of like aesthetics and not for like actual my physical health. And so I was like, oh, I should probably have this habit and this hobby in my life to entertain a healthier lifestyle and do it because it actually makes me happy. Like, I do love just working out, but it's definitely for the wrong reason. Yeah, and Instagram is super addicting. They have the craziest algorithm I know. Oof, so much for ghosting. That was the same size. Why am I drawing the same size ellipses? I may keep this one. Yeah, it's just a lot smaller than I would like. A lot closer to the edge of the page than I would like. Let's see, so if this is 2 heads lengths, 1. Yeah, that's too close. Guess we need to shift it to the right and just make it a tad bit larger. Yeah, I want to do some actual real heavy research and talk to some professionals about habits and make a whole video on it. Not just like, what are habits, but like actual, like actionable steps. That's one of my favorite things is when teachers give me things to do next. You know, how to practice, what to practice. I love it. So I'm gonna make a video like that for people. Like, that'd be crazy helpful. I forgot, we need room for the ears, which are like half a head's length themselves. Maybe a bit more. Does that mean like this one was head's length? Oh yeah, we need... Shoot, maybe we do need it to be this small. Just aim more for the middle and make sure... Okay, wait. So aim more for the middle. This one feels pretty good. A lot of these habits I've started simply because I want to do something instead of scrolling, not because I actually enjoy doing them. Sounds like a plan. And if ever does get chaotic and hectic, always, you know, talk to an actual professional. I'm just a random dude on the internet. Same thing with Delana. We're both just random people on the internet. So if it ever does get to a point where you're seriously questioning, what am I doing? Go speak to a professional. I've done it before many times. And it's really helped set my brain straight. One of my favorite philosophies that I think I've ever adopted is when I felt like I had no direction in life or that everything was just too confusing, too chaotic, whatever, I just remembered, or not even remembered, but just people told me, 1, give it time. That's like the biggest piece of advice is no matter where you are, just give things time. But 2 is we're in the unique position where if you feel like you don't know what you're doing with your life or like what hobby, what person you want to be, you get to experiment. You get to try everything, which is such a unique position to be in. Because now you can experiment. Do I like golf? Do I not like golf? Do I like doing this? Do I like doing that? And in that process, you also get to meet really amazing and awesome people. And so through that experimentation, and that's quite literally like clean slate, you get to figure out the things that actually bring you such joy. That's really fun. Speaking of such joy, this is not bringing me much joy. Because I feel like my torso is still too big. I really like this one, but I feel like it's too big to put everything on the page. Which I hate. Because it's so good. I just don't feel like I have enough room for the head, because the head starts like right here, which is fine. We have enough room for the head, but we don't have enough room for those big old ears. That's an issue. So yeah, I think we actually, contrary to what I was saying earlier, need to do this a bit smaller, like about this size. I remember when I was experimenting, like with things I wanted to do in my life. I started with hybrid calisthenics, which I never look back for, you know, or like, I'll never look back. Hybrid calisthenics was probably the best thing I've ever done for my health. Or just picking up, I'm gonna say having a structured workout plan, because I don't want to say like hybrid calisthenics alone, but like picking up exercise, daily exercise, put me on the right track to be successful, because now I had endorphins, I was managing a lot of parts of my health. It was awesome. And that enabled me to learn how to build habits in the first place and all that. And I definitely started small. I started by doing wall push-ups. I'm a person who's exercised for a majority of my life, but I completely reset and started on the first thing of hybrid calisthenics, which is wall push-ups. And that'd be like if I would started every stream, or like every stream was dedicated to superimposed lines. I think this was too small, but we'll see. One, two, nice. Okay, I think I need to go in the center of the page with one this large. Plus I just wasn't happy with my line work there. Hee 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 ha. I think that's practically the position we want. Yes, but I'm not happy with the line. But that's not really a good excuse, then, isn't it? That's more the perfectionism talking than the actual me talking. There's a quote that Uncomfy had today. It was like, perfectionism is cowardice in disguise, or something like that. It was much more eloquently put, and there's a lot of context behind it, but I like it, and it's very true. Oh my gosh, there's a garden next to my house in my hometown. I really want to go to it right now. I love it so much, especially during the winter, which is weird, because gardens usually don't garden in the winter. But this one gardens, man. These have pretty lights and stuff. Can you tell I'm homesick? Worried about this one's a bit too large. Thank you. I feel like, oh man, I meet every time someone compliments me, I just meet it with like, I feel like I need to do better, but thank you, thank you. Definitely took a lot of effort to slowly get more habitual with it. I'm okay. I'm done saying habit this stream. I'm done. No more censor me, ban Kavel from the chat if he says that. I like this. I like this one a lot. So this right here, I'm feeling about that. Oh god, I want to play Minecraft so bad, guys. Me fighting off the Minecraft addiction this entire semester deserves a reward, I'm not gonna lie. Ban this guy now. I'm trying not to say it. I was gonna read out what you were... I'm going to make a... out of not saying... There we go. Oh god, well, I'm so cringy, I'm sorry. Once again, I'll mention that there's that self-help part of YouTube which I got sucked into it, and I was like trying to do this every cold showers, get time blocking. These things do work on their own, but I know. Oh my god, you know what? Because the 2-week Minecraft, it is a tradition with me and my friends, that we do a 2-week Minecraft twice a year, once for the summer break and once at the start of the summer break and once at the start of the winter break. And I always drop out. I'm usually the one who hosts the server, and I drop out and I just let them all like kill the Ender Dragon without me. And I've played Minecraft for a decade now, since 2013 or 14. I think it's 2013. When did it come out for Xbox? Minecraft release date. May 9th, 2012. I got it on Christmas 2012. So 2013. So over a decade now, right? And I have not killed the Ender Dragon. That's the moral of the story. Yeah. I've played Minecraft for a decade, and I've not killed the Ender Dragon in survival on my own once. I've never killed the Ender Dragon in survival. Not that I can recall anyways. It's always been in creative. I have to come clean, guys. I'm sorry. And so this winter break, my friends are like, we have to get you to kill the Ender Dragon. This has to be it. I was so into redstone. I was a builder main, right? I just would build. I didn't care about like completing the game. And I like the survival aspect too, of course, but like it just never happened. Little Kavel. I remember the first time I played Minecraft, I cried. I cried because creepers kept killing me. It would come to nighttime. One time I went to a village, village, and I didn't know how crafting or torches or anything worked. And this was 2013 Xbox Minecraft. So I had like no tutorial. I didn't have the notion of like going to YouTube and looking up a tutorial. And so I made like dirt tunnels between all of the village houses. But the problem was I didn't know monsters spawn in the dark. So one time a creeper spawned in one of those tunnels, and I was bad at the game. I couldn't run away. So I blew up and started crying, and my dad came in there and like got my stuff back for me. Oh, good memories. Okay. Let's finish up the sausage form and call it here for tonight. Oof, I'm not happy with that one, but it'll do. It'll do. I'll do. I kind of wanted the belly to swing a bit more, so maybe the ribcage should have been larger. If we look at our... No, my ribcage was actually smaller, but meh. Cool. So yeah, this is about the size of a head as well. Yeah, because I wanted to make it swing more. Just the distance does seem off. I remember seeing videos of mods, and my dad, or like I saw a video of the command block once. I was like, Daddy, how do you do that? And he was like, oh, that's like on PS2. Or it was something, he was like, it's on computer or something. I was like, oh. And we didn't have really a computer at that point, but my mom, the place she worked had a Windows all-in-one that broke, and so she repaired it, and we used it as our home computer, and she installed Minecraft on it. You had the same experience. Zombies were knocking on the door. It was such a scary game. It still kind of is, you know? Oh no, oh no, Can we recover from that? I don't know. We're gonna leave it here. Maybe next stream it'll be magically fixed because I just did another attempt, but I think we'll be fine. Oh, that's gonna kill my OCD. Maybe not. I don't know. That's tough. That really upsets me. It's the most painful thing. I'm doing the forbidden technique right now. Our proportions are pretty dang good. Ooh, wait, I'm going... Ooh. I want to make... No, actually, I'm really happy with these proportions. I did the forbidden technique. Cool. I probably wouldn't stream my Minecraft server, because like my real friends play with me, or my real life friends, and they like call me by name and then make very, very disgusting, terrible jokes, or we just get into those like deep 2 a.m. Minecraft conversations. But here, I'll keep you guys updated on that. Cool. So that is killing me, but whatever. Fun stream tonight. Don't have much to report on. I will probably move with this one tomorrow. If not, I don't want that. I don't know. Forbidden jutsu. But yeah, happy. This is a good stream, and we're on a really, really, really good pace. I'm happy with the proportions so far, and we just need to keep it going. And remember that even though we are trying to up the pace a bit, we're not trying to rush, which is a very, very hard tightrope to walk across. Please kill the... Okay, so we're gonna have a bit of a serious conversation, even though we've been having like tidbits of serious conversation. This has been the hardest semester I've ever had in college, and I've had bad burnout maybe like 5-6 times in my life, but there's been like a top 2 or 3, right? This is probably the top 3rd burnout I've ever experienced. It's been getting a lot better because I kind of put a nip in it now, but you know, I've lost my sense, not lost my sense of taste, but sense of taste is worse. You know, food doesn't taste as good. Things don't smell as good. It's harder to talk to people. I've gone through the whole spiel. Burnout sucks. And so part of me experimenting this winter of recovering from burnout is I usually every winter or summer break, whenever I get free time, I instantly start working on personal projects because I love working on them. What's been making it hard? I have a software engineering class, and I usually stay up till about 2 a.m. Like for the last 2 weeks, I've just been staying up till 2 a.m. and waking up at 7 a.m. because the software engineering class is at 8 a.m. and there's just so much to do. Like for example, we're doing Scrum, and I just assign myself too many tasks. That's the thing. We need these tasks to be done. Like, it's not like, oh, I could give it to someone else, because everyone else is swamped. Everyone else is experiencing similar things. And then balancing all these other classes. I have 2 notably awful professors, you know, which sucks. And so dealing with that and teaching myself outside of the difficult nature of those classes is not fun. Anyways, I digress. Tough professors, tough classes, tough schedule, right? Whatever. And so yeah, my usual go-to for breaks is, ooh, time to do personal projects that I like. But I don't acknowledge that I'm burned out. I don't acknowledge that I don't have the energy, the mental capacity to do these things, and that just makes it worse. And so I usually crash in the summer as a result of what I did in the previous semester. That kind of happened last summer. Obviously I don't talk about these things too much on stream because, you know, there's levels of disclosure. But I'm going to be real with you guys and saying that I need to be better about repairing burnout, or what is it called, like mending burnout. Minecraft reference, shout out. And so this winter I'm going to take, after finals, probably I still want to stream. I do really love streaming, and it's not a lot of energy to stream. It's only like an hour out of my day, and I really love drawing and streaming. But like if I do go to the gym, it's only gonna be like a 15 to 30 minute gym session. I'm gonna make an effort to bike more, and for the first 2 days I'm not gonna let myself do anything other than stream, workout, hang out with my family. Which sounds like Kavel. Is that not your normal? No, I usually just start freaking opening up VS Code and going crazy with it, right? So yeah, I'm gonna try doing those things. I'm gonna put an emphasis on just playing Minecraft and enjoying it with my friends. And throughout the rest of the break, I've had a habit of like coding for like 8 hours a day, which yeah, is rough. Yeah, burnout is terrible. It is the worst. One big goal in this channel, especially after this semester, is I want to emphasize mitigating burnout, promoting a philosophy that makes burnout never happen in the first place by choosing what we prioritize and accepting that it's okay to not have 50 hobbies, 20 academic accolades and like a $500,000 job that yeah, you know, there's a balance to all these things, but I want to promote these things on the channel and I want to experiment with them. Yeah, so that's the goal this winter, is just to chill. Oh yeah, so also I won't be coding for 8 hours a day or working on scripts for videos or things like that. I'm gonna max is 6 hours every day, as I'm allowed to work on things, period. Outside of streaming. So like working on the scripts for the lesson 3 and 4 video, working on the Kavel website, I only get 6 to 4 hours a day for that. I'm also taking online school over this winter break, which fun. But yeah, so we're gonna experiment and we're gonna see if this works out for me, because I would really like it to. And sorry for the serious nature. I don't want to bring this up all the time because I feel like doom and gloom all the time is just annoying. But it is important to acknowledge that we are all human. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so I think that's everything. We're gonna pick it up strong tomorrow. Probably we're gonna say the word habit a lot less. I broke the rule. We're going to maybe redo this. I'm not entirely sure. Probably. Yeah, try to have some fun. If you ever need to talk, I'm here for you. You don't have to go through this stuff alone. No, none of us do. That's very important and very true and wise words, Solano. Thank you. But yeah, make sure you reach out to all of your friends if you're feeling rough or stuff as the such. Thankfully, we've been on the up and up. I've been getting a lot more sleep, all that good stuff. And it's not a bad thing, but we definitely don't want to be burned out. Yeah, you're not an evil, horrible person for being burned out. So yeah. Actually, I'm not sure. Like, I'd say being burned out sucks. It sucks. I wouldn't say like it's a bad, you're a horrible, bad, evil Frankenstein monster or something. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, I'm yapping a lot. So thank you guys very much for joining me. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Dazzling. Thank you, Delano. Thank you, Understanding. Thank you all. It really means a lot that you guys pop in here. And oh, and MCC Gaming at the very beginning of the stream. Can't forget. Oh, goodness, scrolled on the wrong thing. Delano, best of luck with your projects and your experiments, your evil scientist experiments. Understanding, best of luck with your piano, reading, and drawing, or you know, whatever you choose to evaluate. Take your time and have fun with that. And then Kat isn't here, but best of luck with their 50% and their little training arc that they're doing with figure drawing. And also, everyone, let's not forget Rise is on deployment. I'll wish him well, all that good stuff. So that's enough rambling. Thank you guys very much for joining me tonight. Lots of yapping. It's probably going to cut down a lot tomorrow. I'm going to be a bit tired. Yeah, can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.